The 3 ways to make the most of your photos. You know, the nonstop scrolling of eternity on your phone camera folder. We're going to talk about 3 ways to make something meaningful out of them. Number 1, look through old videos or old photos and create something new. Create a new picture of your past through something that already exists. Whether you look back through an old video or you go and find an old photograph and zoom in. Create a new crop, create a new image, and follow the guided prompt. Get curious and don't try to make it something it's not, and just try to witness where your mind goes organically. I assure you this exercise will be unlike anything you've ever really experienced before. Hello. This is the Help Me See podcast, and I'm your host, Bianca Mora. I'm an artist, educator, and a self-admitted, highly functioning, anxiety-ridden mama who's obsessed with making meaning and art out of this one and only life. This podcast is about helping you see your life before it's gone. Like really see it. And I know it sounds morbid, but that's my brain's default. I want to ask questions like, when does your now become your nostalgia? How can we be more intentional with the memories we're saving and not just capturing the highlight reel? You can expect episodes every Wednesday, some with just my introvert self, rambling about what keeps me up at night, and then some with some amazing guests diving into how they choose to see. Something that seriously pains me is hearing someone say, I just wish I knew how important that was at the time. Or when I lay my head down at night and I think about all the times during the day with my kids that I was anything but present. It's exhausting, but I really believe that there's comforting news here. I believe that if we continue having conversations about intention and awareness, we can live more fulfilled lives and create amazing work. I hope you leave each episode feeling inspired by your everyday and a deep peace of knowing that you're not missing it. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's talk about everything that's right in front of us. Oh boy, guys, strap in because I'm on my soapbox in this episode. I was fired up. So this week, it's a huge week. I am officially opening the cart for my launch of my first online official course, Manifest Your Memories, Harness Your Life Vision through Intentional Photography. And I am so excited. I have a few free masterclasses that I'm doing. I just did, at the time of this recording, I just did one today. And then I'm doing one again tomorrow and then next week. So go ahead and click the link in my bio or in the show notes if you want to sign up to be live with me in this free class, because I would love to see you there. So I'm going to teach a little bit on this topic that I'm so fired up about, and then tell you at the end of the masterclass, tell you about my course and answer any questions you may have. I'm calling it my 3rd child, actually my 4th, including my dog, actually my 5th, including my other dog too. But I digress. In this episode, I am talking all about the why. Why is this so important to me? What does this mean to me? And how do I think it can truly serve you in this life? So I really hope that you enjoy it. If you have any questions, just reach out, DM me. I'm always here. And since I don't know when you're actually going to be listening to this recording, I'm going to throw out some dates here. If you enroll by Friday, this Friday, the 28th, you get this super cool bonus I created. It's called Mundane to Magical, Transformational Field Guide. It is a scavenger hunt of sorts of just super specific and weird, interesting
prompts and photos to take. And basically, it's meant to help you out of a funk when you need to shake things up, when you need a mindset shift. So I give you a list of photos to take. You are not to question it, and you are not to peek at the last page before you complete the guide, because there's a whole thing with it. So if you enroll in Manifest Your Memories before this Friday, the 28th, then you get that bonus. And the cart closes next week on Thursday, February 3rd. So please, if you have any questions, get in touch with me. In the meantime, I hope to see you in one of my free classes. And thank you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me share my heart. Let's roll. Welcome to another episode of Help Me See. At the time of this episode drop, it'll be Wednesday, February 2nd, which means one more day until doors close for enrollment for this session of Manifest Your Memories. Harness your life vision through intentional photography. This is my 5-week online course on mindset, intention, and photographic practice. I am so excited to get started. The class begins next week on Monday, and I so look forward to going on this journey into seeing more clearly and intentionally your life. You know, I've had some questions about the title, Manifest Your Memories, and I understand manifest is a little bit of a buzzword right now, and it's not a course on manifestation per se, but it's a course on my understanding and my interpretation of it. For me, what I'm teaching in this course in how to see and how to know what you're looking for means that you will then see more of it in your life. You will not miss it. When you know what you're looking for and when you have intention behind it, you're able to spot it more clearly in your day-to-day. So you're actually purposely witnessing your memories in your now and creating more of them. That's something we're going to dive super deep into in the course. And I created this course for you if you have a longing to make this life count, if you didn't realize how important something was until it was gone, if the overwhelm of the long days and short years hurt your heart, and if you want to remember the actual moments of your life and not just the highlight reel. This is for you. By the end of this course, you'll let go of stress, pressure, and overwhelm that comes with documenting a moment. You'll be able to take photos that bring you back to your memory with true meaning and significance. You'll find effortless ways to save moments that don't involve a ton of time and effort. And you will create a powerful photographic book that does your vision justice. And that is what this episode is about today. Today, I'm going to talk about the 3 ways to make the most of your photos. You know, the nonstop scrolling of eternity on your phone camera folder. We're going to talk about 3 ways to make something meaningful out of them. This is something that I call the self-discovery book template, and that's included in the Manifest Your Memories course. It's this template book that I built on Canva, and it is meant to help you kind of create a relationship with the photos you take and the photos of your past and look at them differently and be able to make artful arrangements that are easy and doable and simple and modern. And I'm so excited to see what you make. I decided for my last shebang before closing the cart that I'm going to offer an exciting freebie, which is 3 pages from this book so that you can take it for a test run and see how much you enjoy it. And let's get into it. So if you want to download this freebie, go ahead and look at the show notes. I will have the link there, and it's on Canva because Canva is free and super easy to use and simple. And I thought that was the best home for it. So number 1, look through old videos or old photos and create something new. Create a new picture of your past through something that already exists. This one is huge for me. Back in 2012, I created my thesis based on my family, and I named it A Family Portrait. And one of the main components of it was going through my old family movies and photographing stills. And for me, this meant literally putting VHS in a VHS player that I had to find and setting up a tripod and actually photographing the screen. Yes, I know that there are easier ways to go about this, but there was something about the process that felt so just unlike anything else I've ever felt. I was documenting from a time before I was even able to form memories. And there was something that was so powerful and also so healing about that, right? Because at the time that I was doing it, my parents had been going through a divorce and I was watching home videos from, before anything like that was happening whatsoever. So it was just a very, I'd say, therapeutic and empowering exercise. So I want to encourage you to, whether you look back through an old video on your phone or what have you, or you go and find an old photograph and then go ahead and take another photo of it or scan it in and zoom in, create a new crop, create a new image based on something that already exists. And then go ahead and go in the template and drop your image in there and follow the guided prompts and get curious and don't try to make it something it's not, and just try to witness where your mind goes organically. And I assure you this exercise will be unlike anything you've ever really experienced before. This is one of my favorites. Okay, number 2, how to make the most of your photos. Start without a photo. Yes, you heard me right. I want you to go and find an old precious note or letter or document, something that is significant to you. And when you look at that and have that feeling and have that story or whatever it is in your mind and heart, then go back and then find an old picture that you feel pairs well with that and represents whatever feelings you have about that topic. So in the template, the background will be the note or the letter or the document, and then layered on top of it is going to be the image that you feel relates and tugs on your heartstrings. I love the multimedia aspect of, this kind of digital scrapbooking juxtaposition, because the photograph brings the writing to life in such a beautiful way. And I would say vice versa even more. Photographs are so important, but there's something about writing, someone's handwriting, that feels so alive and so present. That ink on the paper, it's a very powerful thing. And when you combine writing and photographs, they play off each other in a way that feels so much more intimate and special and dynamic. So have fun playing with that and making something truly special and unique. Okay. And the final way to make the most of your photos, we're going to come back to present day. So if you're anything like me, you might be a creep who screenshots the people you FaceTime with when they don't know you're doing that. I do it all the time to my parents and actually just everyone, basically everyone. I don't know. I just cannot help myself. There's something that I feel so compelled to document that conversation that I'm having with them, because oftentimes if I'm FaceTiming with anyone, it's because I don't see them at all in my physical life. So that's my way of saving and savoring that relationship. So if you haven't done this, then you'll have to take a new picture for this assignment. But if you do have a screenshot of someone, whoever that person is, I want you to go to their text thread and scroll up until you find something that you want to remember. And I want you to screenshot that little blurb of the text. Because you know what's so funny is that up until a couple of years ago, I didn't really think about it like this, but I had always had this debilitating fear of losing my text threads. I never wanted to delete my messages. But I mean, come on. When are you ever going to scroll and scroll and scroll? I mean, you don't want to even do that 1 week's worth, let alone years worth of a conversation with someone. So when you are chatting with someone and something really funny or really precious or something special, whatever it is, happens, take a screenshot of that little blurb of the conversation. So you have it. You are way more likely to relive that sweet moment, through an image form of it rather than just finding it buried deep within the everlasting text thread. So for this page of the template, we're going to pair a screenshot of your FaceTime with this person and a screenshot from a blurb of the conversation with them from whatever time. It doesn't have to correlate. It doesn't have to be from that same point in time. I really do enjoy this one because while aesthetically it might not be as nostalgic or, it doesn't feel as timeless as looking at old photographs do or old videos, but it's so important because that is the world we're in. I mean, especially now in this still during COVID world, so much of our life and our relationships are dependent on this ability to connect with people in this way through texting, through FaceTiming. So honoring that, recognizing it for what it is, and instead of minimizing it in lieu of being able to see someone in person, really creating this page to express your gratitude for it and to acknowledge that the relationship building and the relationship nurturing that's happening in between the being able to physically see someone in person is just as important. And even more so, honestly, at this point in time. Okay, so those are my 3 ways you can make the most of your photos on your camera roll. Again, if you want to make these pieces, go download the freebie. It's in the show notes. And this, again, is just a small sample of the self-discovery book that comes with the Manifest Your Memories course. And if you are at all interested in enrolling for this class opening, the deadline is Thursday at midnight, Thursday the 3rd. And I will say that this initial launch of the course is going to be so imperative for where this grows into the future. I mean, joining this course in this very first launch of it means that you are getting in on the ground floor. You are going to be my OG people. And it is sure to be a very connected and intimate experience. And I just can't wait. I cannot wait to talk about all of this stuff and more, how we can more richly engage with our tokens from the past and what we're creating now, but also how we can use this photo taking habit that we have and we're so lucky to have in our day-to-day and use it as a way to live a better life, to harness your vision and to create more of the memories that you want to document. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you next week. Special announcement. For anyone who has downloaded my freebie, See Nostalgia Now, I am turning that freebie into a mini online course, and you all have access to it. So anyone that has previously downloaded See Nostalgia Now, you will have access to the course version of that. Basically, I am taking that hefty PDF, and although I love it so much and I feel like it's a very important piece to accompany, I'm also going to record some talking through some of the lessons to help it be a more immersive experience. Because let's be honest, who's really reading a 12-page PDF? I don't even know if there's 12 pages. It's a long one. It was an aggressive freebie. So get excited. If you signed up for that, likely I will have captured your email and you will be getting an update when that's available. Talk soon.